everyone. We're here in Panama. I am here with Sarita, my sister. My name is Andrea. We still don't have a name for this show, but we're trying to work out some of those names. If you guys can have comments, you can give us an idea, depending on what we're going to talk about today. Mostly, we would like to talk about our life in different countries, our life abroad for people that are deciding to be expats in Latin America. What it is the experience of living in Latin America, why we decided to move between countries in Latin America, and what is great about each of them.
Well, I think this is mostly an interview that I'm going to do to you because you're the one that has been traveling much more than I. I'm just starting, so I would probably have to have some more questions for you than me talking by myself because I have not traveled that much as you.
Yeah, but you also have many customers. Like you do sales for people from different parts of the world, so you can also talk about your clients and the experience that you have had with them, and also what they are expecting, what the questions they ask to you, and the things that you have learned too as a salesperson.
Yes, and I have been to, well, now we are in Panama. I have been to Nicaragua. I've been to Brazil. I've been to a lot of places, but you live in these places. So I guess experience for someone that lives in these countries or the person that travels and has like a tourist side of things is different. So we have both sides. And soon we'll have also guests like your husband, that he's the one that
has even more experience.
He has even more experience, and maybe a lot of other guests that will, yes, that will give us like a more detailed experience of this kind of lifestyle that I think I'm going to try it also.
Yeah, so well, you can ask me any questions, and I will also ask you things because I don't know. We talk every day. To give you a little bit of background about us, as I said at the beginning, we are sisters. We are from Ecuador. I am the oldest sister. I'm 48 years old. You are 44.
You can see.
Yes, I'm married to a Canadian. That's how my journey started. We were living in Ecuador. I studied medicine in Ecuador, and I was working there as a pediatrician. My sister studied hotelería y turismo, which would be engineering.
I mean, well, it's different in other countries, but in my country, it's like being an engineer in tourism and
hotels
and being bilingual too, because that is it's a long name, but it's something like that. And I studied in Ecuador, so that's the. And you already said you're a pediatrician.
Yeah, so we work over there. We were living there. I was single, and then I met my husband via Facebook online, and he was. I was doing some work in a part of the country where they had a big earthquake. So when I went there, I met a lot of people. We made a Facebook group to try to find people from other places that would like to donate to the country. And then that's how I met my husband. I found him. He had a foundation in Nicaragua. He's a Canadian, but he was living in Nicaragua at the time. And that's how I met him. And that was a big question I had. What is a Canadian doing in Nicaragua? And that's when like this journey started. So we can keep going during this.
Yeah, interview. And you will see an interview with him because this is for us.
Yeah.
Not for him. You will see an interview that he's gonna have in a few days about his life and how he started his journey. The important thing right now is your journey and how I also started, because it's like you started because of Patrick, I started because of you. So now we're here, and this is everything we do.
Yeah, it happened with things that were not good, like the earthquake, then COVID. That's when you started working with me. So there were many things that happened through our lives that were not good, like for the world in general. And then it also gave us the opportunity to find something different for a different type of work that we were not thinking we would ever do, really.
The most important thing about this experience is the different kind of people we meet. Everybody that we met, well, except for some people, are really, really nice. And they have a lot of different questions and interests that they have to decide to move to another country, because if you don't know the
It's not
country,
easy.
it's not easy. You don't know the language. You haven't. There are a lot of people that haven't even visited the country yet, so they
Yeah.
don't know anything. So, but they really want to change the way they're living. So they have so many questions, and this is why we're doing this also, because we can repeat all the questions that we have answered to different kinds of people, and maybe that will help you. But if you have more questions, you can even write it here in our below this video, and we can help you also. So I don't know. I think one of the most important questions they have is about the people, is about security. Like they are worried that they are not gonna feel safe, because sometimes they read news that are not even true. Like every country,
The majority of questions has been about that.
about security, yes. So about security, about how is the people, about I don't know, the weather, something like that. So if you want to know about that, stay here. We're going to talk about it. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my background. Well, you know about my background. She's my sister. She met Patrick. She started to work with Patrick with this with the company he was working in, and started knowing a little bit about real estate in Central America. I was working in real estate in Ecuador, so that's why you called me and told me you were living in
Belize.
Belize. You were living in Belize. And you told me, oh, would you like to work with us a little bit and to see how it goes and everything? So I started, and I really loved. I have 3 children, by the way, 23, 21, and 6 years old. And I said, of course, I would love to, because I can stay home, I can work online, I can also meet people, which I love. I love meeting people, but I never knew that I was gonna love it so much as I do now, because we don't just meet people.
You didn't love people that much as you do now?
Yes. Yes. No, I mean the job. No, the job, because it's not the same when you meet people that are in your city and they just want to change a home. I don't like my home. I want a bigger home, and I want to live in another neighborhood, and that's it. No, it's like, this is completely different. You meet people from other parts of the world that they want to change their lifestyle completely. They want to have like another, living in North America, they want to live, or from Europe, they want to live in Central America, and they are looking for totally different things that the clients that I had in my city. I work with people in my city. And so the thing that I liked the most was knowing their stories. So they have, some stories are very nice, but there are stories that are really incredible. That this client that I had, that he was from Israel, and he was in the middle of the war in Israel while he was trying to move to Central America. So we had a video call, and I saw him, and he was showing me the bombs and everything in Israel. So those things won't happen if I'm selling homes in my city.
Yeah.
So that's when I started working with you, and
also to see why they want to move, right? Because there's people that want to move because they are not happy with their country, or the way their country is going. And also there are people like this guy in Israel that it doesn't feel safe there, and doesn't know what's gonna happen in the future. So he wants to go to a place that he will feel safer, or just because they want to invest in other places that have many houses, or
yes,
get a residency.
You know, I'm a people person, so that is like the beginning. Why they want to do this? That is the beginning. After that, you start meeting them. You start caring about them, because then you know Oh, for example, I have a few clients that they already own homes with us, and Sarah, let me tell you, I have a new granddaughter, I have a new son, and they start sending you pictures, and you get friends, and you start knowing about their lives in what have you done for them. Like, we've helped them to get this new life, and they are being your friends and showing you how is it going.
Yeah, you've always been like that. Like you've always been very much like you like to meet people and you like to know about them. Since you were a little girl, you were like, "Who are you? What do you like that." I was always more reserved and always very. I didn't give myself so much as you did. You were very open all the time. So I think that this is the type of work that is perfect for you because you really care about people's lives. And
Yeah,
to keep
and it's great.
to keep learning about them, and you don't do like I sold this and bye bye. I don't wanna hear about you anymore. It's like I wanna know if you're happy with that house, and you're bringing your family, and you're making a life in that house, right?
Yes, and I love when they are happy.
You're having a life in that house, I think.
Yes, it's like I know the houses, I know their families, I know like, for example, I have another friend because she's not my client anymore. She's my friend. We don't even do anything business together. We just speak, and she's like, "Oh, we have a new book." She sent me her husband's book, and send me pictures. Look, this is my granddaughter. Send me pictures about that. There's the other client that said, "Oh, I wanna look at my garden in my new house. Look at my landscaping and stuff like that." So it's really, really great because you know that even though I'm not there, if I go and I visit them, it will be really nice. It's like, oh, here you are, and you're so happy, and I helped to make that happen. So.
And that is also important because we do live in a few of those communities that we make. Like we make communities in Panama, in Nicaragua, Belize, Honduras, and we have homes. We lived in Nicaragua, and the community that we're building in Nicaragua is the one that we also have a home there. So we need to have people that are happy because they are going to be our neighbors. Here in Panama, we're building a community, and we want them to be really satisfied with what they have, and we want to meet them. And we have met many people that have reserved in our community because they're going to be our neighbors. So, and it's funny because when I started this type of job, I didn't think that I was going to be really being like meeting them so more personally than when in the beginning, right? I was, now I meet them and I really like them, and I see this person is a person I could be friends with and I could spend my time with, and their families and their kids are amazing. So it has changed our lives and my perspective of life too, on how a job can really change your life for the best. And I that's why I enjoy it, and also to be able to help them find their way in a world that right now is so uncertain. They don't know what's going to happen. Many people are afraid, and it's not good to go through your life being afraid, right? I'm always against that, but it's also good to be smart and to think ahead and say, okay, let's have also other choices so we know where to go, and you are feeling more safe that I have a house in this country that if anything happens over here, I know I have a plan B in other place. So you were asking me about this question about what people ask me mostly, and it's that about safety, which I really feel safe here in Panama and Nicaragua, very safe. We've been to many of these countries, and the places where their communities are located make me feel very safe. And another thing they ask about are the residency programs, which we work with lawyers for that. And they ask me about the weather a lot, because many people come from places that are really cold. So they want to find a place that they feel like it's going to be good for their bones and their skin. So usually tropical weather is great for that, right? Yeah. And for you, what do you like the most? Well, you already said it's the people, but
About the job? Well, I like it because it's something I would like to do also. It's awful when you work in a place that you are not. Well, that happened to me once when I was working like in office hours and in a place in like a building that I had to go at. For example, I was an English teacher and I had to go at 5 a.m. and got home late and I was so tired. I was pregnant, so it was so hard. And sometimes there were rules that I didn't like, but I had to agree.
Yeah.
So that's awful. And here I'm working with something that I agree really. It's not that I have to agree. It's something that I like. I would like to have this lifestyle. I would like to be neighbor with these people. I like these people. If you talk to them and you ask them, the first thing we ask them is, what are you looking for? Okay. And there are people that are not looking for what we are offering. So we have to tell them. And we tell them, we always tell, okay, so maybe this is not a good place for you because we have to be honest.
Yeah, that's another thing that I always tell them. Like, I'm not gonna say this place is perfect, right? Latin America has many things that people can get frustrated about. Like, everything is slower, the service is sometimes not the best. When you go
Yeah,
to
I
a-
always tell them like, for example, if they're talking about residency, it takes a while. So they're like, and I said, I'm used to it because this is how Latin America works.
Yeah.
They are much slower than where you are from, but we have to be honest about that because we don't want them to feel like we want to engañarlos. We want to
Deceive
them or
lie,
something.
yeah.
So, but more than that, you talk to somebody and they are like, okay, I'm looking for this and this and this and this. And if I really feel that this person is not gonna feel happy here, I have to tell them. I don't wanna make anybody lose their time. I don't wanna lose their time.
And that brings me to another thing. What do you think makes people like Latin America the most? Like, what do you like about living in Latin America? Because you live here.
The people.
The people, you're a most people person.
The people, because in Latin America, we are more familiar. It's like families are more together. We are more friendly. We are more, I don't know how do you say it, but it's like, I feel when I've been in this country, so I meet these people from other countries, North America, that I feel that they are lonelier. And here, there's always the cousins, the parents, the grandparents, the brothers. We stick together, and we all are always, oh, I didn't see you like for 1-2 days. We're desperately looking for each other. If you go in other places, like, oh yeah, it has been a month that I have. That's not normal for us. We have to talk at least every 2 days. We talk every day, every day.
I have to call my mom. We have to call our mom every day because if we don't, she's like, what is going on with you? What happened? Why haven't I heard from you?
Yeah.
She always says, report to me.
Yeah, so
everything.
So maybe if you find a person that they really don't like people that are this warm as we are, we have to tell them. We are very warm. We are very kind. Some people are a little, how do you say, nosy? Nosy. Sometimes, but
that's the downside of being always so close with everybody.
it's
Like,
a downside.
there's gossip, too.
It has two sides because if you, I don't know, for example, you have this client in the Pacifica that she lives alone, and if
Everybody
helps her, everybody goes, oh, I haven't spoke with her, I haven't seen her, I haven't heard from them, so they are going to see if she's okay or he's okay or everybody's okay. So that's a good thing, because if you're alone, you don't want everybody. There are people that don't want everybody to be in there, but they want to know that you're okay, and that doesn't happen everywhere.
Yeah, I would say that for me, Latin America, what I like the most, yes, is the family-oriented culture that we have. That it is, you never feel alone. Even if your family is not there, you have your friends. Like, everybody's always being there for each other, right? And another thing that I really like is the weather. I love the weather here, even though sometimes it's too hot, but I feel like it's so close for us. The weather and the beach and the mountains are so close to each other. It's not the countries are not huge. So here, for example, in Panama, you can be in the Pacific, and the same day you can go to the Caribbean in an hour, right? So I like that it is so easy to go to different places inside the country, and it has everything. You have the mountains, you have the ocean, you have the jungle. So I love that we have that, and it's close for with each country. Each country is so close that we can go from Panama to Nicaragua to Salvador in an hour or two. I can go to Ecuador to visit my family in 2 hours. So
And the
I love that
food.
location.
And the food.
Yeah, the food too. But I also like other type of food that not necessarily are Latin American, but also.
But it's
Latin
my
American.
favorite. It's like
Yeah,
in
we do have
Ecuador.
favorite place.
In
right? Favorite
Ecuador, we
dishes.
have dishes like seco de pollo, ceviche. If you haven't tasted,
The
you
beans.
have
We
to.
love beans.
Oh my God, yes. And you don't find that. I'm very picky, I'm very picky with food, so I cannot eat anywhere. And I love our food. So
Yeah.
we have so
The
many.
plantain,
The
the sweet
plantain.
We make
We
so
have
many things with
so
it.
many things incredible in Latin America. And you have to visit. You have to. I always tell my clients, if you're not sure, I don't want to tell you things for you to be sure. I want you to come,
Yes.
because if they are in a hurry, I will let them know. Okay, you can maybe reserve something, but please visit, because I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel safe. I want you to meet the people, because if I see you in the next month, 6, 7, or whatever months that you are living here, I want to see you happy. I want to see you like
Enjoying yourself.
Yeah, like you're satisfied that you made this investment. I don't want to see you like, oh, I don't know. No. So visit, meet the people, eat the food, stay for at least for 2 weeks. Visit the great places of the country that you are choosing, any country that you're choosing, and that will make it better will make the experience much better for everyone, for me, for you, for everyone, for your family, because there are a lot of people that are retiring and they want their families to come visit, I don't know how many times each year, and they are also thinking about that. Oh, I want a place for my family to visit, I want to live here, or whatever. So I always say visit, or at least we have tons of videos that we send, tons of pictures if people they cannot visit and they will take too much to visit. So we have a lot of info in that. We can do also live calls. So I always do everything so they can feel comfortable, because we have been having clients that haven't even visited and they already own a home. But we have to make them comfortable. So, okay, call me. I'm right now in your spot, so call me at Zoom and we can chat and you can see like a live video of the place. That also helps. So that's a good thing. And that's why I love working here. I love, like I said, I love the people. I love what the people are getting, because it's something I want to get to. It's something that I would like to live to. I like the work, so everybody's happy. And I think that this is a space. This is a space for us to help people that are interested in doing these sorts of things, where we can answer, we can tell about our experiences. We're gonna have guests that are gonna tell about their experiences. So if you have questions, if you're interested in knowing, I don't know, you haven't visited Central America or Latin America, send these questions here on this video. In the next video, we're gonna answer all of them.
I would say mostly we can guide you according to our experiences. But this is mostly like the pilot, or like the beginning of us being here for any questions you have about any country. Like, for example, which is the country that you have any
Interesting.
any interest or you're curious about. that you say, I would never go to that country. And then you can ask us and say, what do you think about this country? Have you been there? Specifically Central America right now. We are from South America, but we've been traveling around Central America. So, and I've lived in a few countries here in Central America, and that's how it started. We started with making communities that are self-sustainable. So if you're interested in any of that, we're going to talk about that, what it is to be in a self-sustainable community, what kind of homes we do, what kind of communities we do, what are the countries about, the lifestyle that each country has, all those things. We are here to answer those questions for you.
And if you talk in Spanish, we can also talk in Spanish.
Yeah, I'm sure they know. We can talk in Spanish.
So that's it.
With our accent.
Yeah, with our accent in Panameña. Okay, so yeah, that's it. We are here to help you. We really started this because we were having so much fun talking about it, and we just wanted to be YouTubers. So,
influencers.
We want to be influencers. No. We always talk, like we talk every day. So we wanted to. We had so much fun talking about all the experiences, and we talk with a lot of people. When we meet people, because Eco Villages does these tours that they always travel from all around the world to Central America. We meet people from all around, and they tell us their experiences and everything, and they have tons of questions. So we thought that this was going to be a great way of helping people that cannot travel or are not able to travel to ask
or
us
who
personally.
want to come, and we can help you.
So we can help you travel to any of these countries, but more than that, we want to help you. We want to help you with all these questions that I had before I traveled. I had so many questions before I work here, and now I understand a lot of stuff. So that's why we're here.
So this is the end of our first podcast. Hopefully you guys like it, and hope to see you in the next one. With any questions that you have, we're going to answer those and also give you more information about the life in Central America. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye. Now we can eat. Look.